Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been quite a few years since I've done a video. It's not that I've stopped doing art, it's just that I haven't gotten around to posting anything. I'm still doing my daily journal and still collecting art supplies. Today I have a different sort of video for you from what I normally post. I've got an art supply haul. These are things I bought that were either gifted to me or I bought myself. Nothing was provided to me by any companies or anything like that. And I'll try to post links for everything down below. Now, don't go expecting a haul video from me every month. I don't have that kind of money or that kind of space in my studio. I have a hard time finding things that I don't already own. I seem to own a lot of it, except for duplicates of things that I already have, and I'm not really interested in collecting all of one type of thing, at least not right now. We'll see what happens in the future. But I have bought a fair share of supplies in the past few months, and I thought I'd share them with you. So starting out, I ordered this, it's an HP Sprocket photo printer, and I actually have a Polaroid zip, but I didn't like the quality of the photos, and so I went and bought the HP Sprocket. I bought it from Amazon, and it was a very good price. It was less than $100, and if you're not familiar with these print little 2x3 inch photos, you know, just real little photos, and they're stickers. So you just peel off the backing and you can stick them anywhere you want, and I put them in my journal. When I got this, I took this same photo and printed it on the Sprocket and on the Polaroid zip, and they both were of equal quality, so I can't pass an opinion on which one's better than the other one. I'm actually happy with both of them now. I don't know why my Polaroid zip suddenly decided to behave. For a while there, the photos were dark, and now they seem to be fine. But anyways, this is the printer, and you just connect it through Bluetooth to your phone and tell it which photo you want to print, and it comes out this little slot here, and they're real nice. I bought this little case that goes with this little travel case, and it's got the charging cord, and also these are the printer papers that go in there. The film is, or the ink is built into the paper, so you don't have to buy separate ink cartridges or anything for it. So it's very nice and convenient, and it's great for traveling. I took it with me when I went to a retreat recently, and we had a lot of fun taking pictures of our group and printing them out for everybody to have one. So that's kind of a nice little gadget to have. Next, I want to go into paper. So I've bought a lot of different types of papers lately. This is a Strathmore watercolor journal. I bought it for a class that I'm taking through Joanne Sharp, but I might get the mixed media version instead. It's an extra for me. I already got the one I need for this class for this year, but it's real nice, heavy watercolor paper, 140-pound watercolor paper, really nice. And I just thought it might be nice to have this to do some watercolor work in. So again, I got this off Amazon, so it was easy to find. I also bought this Canson mixed media notebook for another class that I was taking, and I've had these before. It's mixed media paper. It can take watercolor or you know, acrylic paint, ink, pencil, whatever you want. And I just use it for sketching and practice work and stuff like that. You can see some stuff that I've done. I did some swatching on it and some other stuff on it. So I use these a lot just for practice type stuff. This is a palette painting pad. I was doing some jelly printing and other stuff, and I needed something to put my acrylic paints on, so I bought this. And it's kind of nice to have for when using acrylic paint. You just put your paint down on this waxy surface, and when you're all done, you can just take the sheet off and throw it away. So because the paint hardens, you know. So that was kind of handy to have. I was using like a paper plate or a styrofoam plate or something like that in the past. So again, Amazon. I bought this grayscale paper pad to try it out. Haven't done anything with it. It's got a couple different shades, obviously some black, some darker gray, lighter gray, and then the lightest shade that you want. I'll probably do some sketching on it. I was also taking a class with Karen Campbell, and she recommends getting some of this, so I was going to try that out. And then I also got the Tone Tan paper, same type thing, just different shades. Well, actually, this is all one color of the tan paper, and it's fairly thin. Let's see if it says what it is. 80 pound. The gray is 80 pound as well. So probably you wouldn't want to use wet media on it, but for sketching or ink or something like that. Well, this one you could maybe use some wet media on. It's got a little bit of tooth to it. So that's some different kinds of papers that I've bought. And then I have this book that I bought recently. It's called the Onion Skin Journal, and it's all onion skin papers. So if any of you are, it's, you know, like the airmail paper that, you know, is really, really thin. It takes pen, excuse me, takes pen, ink, and stuff like that. What surprised me, excuse me, I'm sorry, is I could actually do some watercolor on it. I was just going to use it for sketching, but I did use my watercolors a little bit on it, and it worked fine. It took a little while for them to dry, but that was okay. It comes with this little sheet of dot grid backing paper, or like a notebook type grid, and you can just put that in there and put it behind the sheet. If you want to like write on it, you can see through the paper and do what you want on it. I have some books that I bought. I'm a sucker for a good art book. So this is No Fail Watercolor by Mako, and I really like this book. She's got some exercises in here that are just wonderful, and they're really easy to follow, and she's got them put in here from easiest to hardest, and you just can follow along and start at the beginning and go as you get experience doing things. But I've really enjoyed doing, like I've done this one, and it's so easy to do once you follow the instructions. It's a really good book for people just starting out or people with a little bit of experience. I really like it. And of course she goes through the usual, the supplies and color theory and techniques and things like that. So I would highly recommend this book. This book, DIY Watercolor Jungle, I love to paint anything beachy or anything tropical. So I bought this book to help me paint like tropical leaves, flowers, things like that, maybe even animals. And I haven't done much in this book, but it does look like it's pretty easy to follow along and follow the instructions on what she's doing. And just some really nice exercises and some beautiful work in here. So I think I'll really enjoy this book once I sit down with it and do something with it. So again, another book that I would recommend. This book, Watercolor With Me in the Jungle, I have the Watercolor With Me in the Ocean, and I really like it. So I bought this one, again, because I like anything tropical, and I'm always looking for examples of things to color or paint or draw. So this one, it has the example and the colors on one side, and then on the other side, it has a little sketch of it. And this is watercolor paper. You can actually do your work on the opposite page from where the example is. I haven't done any of it yet, but I thought that was kind of a neat concept. And they have Watercolor With Me in the Forest. I'm not sure if there are any other titles besides the Ocean, Forest, and the Jungle. Excuse me. Then I signed up for a face drawing class with Karen Campbell. And she offered a couple different books that go along with her class, so I went ahead and I ordered them. this one, the official guide for all creative clubs, this is for all of her offerings that she has. It just kind of tells you how to sign up for the class, how to navigate the menus within the classes, how to move from one class to the other, things like that. And you actually don't need to buy this book because she does have all the instructions on her website when you sign up for her classes. So I'd say this is kind of a little bit of a waste of money. I kind of wish I hadn't bought it. But anyways, there it is. What are you going to do? And then I bought the workbook for the drawing club. That's the one that I signed up for. And it just shows you all these different methods that she's teaching you in the class, kind of just as a supplement to the class, to things that you can do in the class. It's like a subscription thing. You get charged a monthly fee to be in the class, and there's just tons of lessons. But I found that a lot of her stuff is also on YouTube, so I think I can get what I need from her off of YouTube. But she's a great teacher. I really enjoyed taking the class, and have been surprised at some of the stuff that I've been able to draw based on her instructions. And then this is one of her books. She's written many books, How to Draw and Find Your Style. Again, lots of examples and drawing instruction, mostly faces, which she does concentrate on, but that's something that I don't have much experience doing, so I was really enjoying learning how to do this. There's hands, you know, that she goes over faces in profile, different types of hair examples, how to draw it, how to shade it, things like that. It's a pretty good book. I really enjoyed it. And again, she's a really good instructor. So those are all the books that I bought over the last several months. Let's talk pencils. When I signed up for Karen's class, she had you do some exercises where you use different lead thicknesses, like from HB to H to Bs and all that kind of stuff. So I went ahead and I bought this set just because I didn't have anything like that. So this has all, you know, spans all the different types of hardnesses of leads that you might want to use. And I really enjoyed using this. This was a great set to have. And it wasn't too pricey at all. Bello-Fi, I never heard of them, but it was a nice set to have. And then back to my watercolor roots, I went and I bought this Derwent Graphite set of pencils. And these are water-soluble graphite pencils. So they're made out of graphite, but they've got tint in them. So you can color different things but using graphite. So I thought that was really cool, and I've swatched them here. It's a set of 24, and here's all the different colors that they include in here, and it's just really cool. They go on like a regular colored pencil, but then you take a little wet brush to them and add some water to them, and you get these really pretty colors and a watercolor type of look. So I really enjoy working with them, and did some of that, use some of that in my onion skin journal too, and some other artwork that I've done. Oops, sorry. And then just recently, I ordered these. My friends were surprised that I didn't even own these, but I had never used them, and so I went ahead and I bought them. Just got them in the mail yesterday. So these are the Stadilo Woodies, and they're just well, I can't get it out. It doesn't want to come out. Okay, so that's not going to come out. So it's just like a crayon pencil type thing that you can apply on any type of drawing that you want to do. And then what I would do with them is go over them with wet media and soften the look of them. And it turns out really nice. They're great for doing backgrounds or something like that. Large areas that you want to fill in with color. It comes with a pencil sharpener and a water brush as well. And then this is the set of 18. And I also ordered the set of 6 pastel colors, and they're coming later on this week. Okay, next we're moving on to pens. Let me grab all these. So I'm a sucker for a black pen. I draw every day, and I tend to use one of the same pens every day, but I'm always looking for something new, and I'm always looking for something waterproof for outlining my artwork. I saw these on Amazon. This is a set of 20 pigment liners, and I was intrigued by them, so I went ahead and I bought them. I think they're really nice, and they just got different types of thicknesses on them. They start at, that's an 08. That's kind of a thicker one. And this over here is a 1, which is kind of thick too. So I guess they've got a little different thicknesses. I think there's a brush pen in here. There's probably a bold point nib in here too. Haven't used them too much yet, but I'm sure I'll get around to them because I'm going through a lot of other black pens that I've bought. But I really like that this set had so many different types of nibs to try out. So I was interested in getting this. I think it's a good, and it wasn't too pricey, so it's not a bad deal. Another thing that I bought, which I have experience with, this isn't new to me, this style is new to me, is the Platinum Carbon Desk Pen. I have one here that's open. I have used these for quite a few years for outlining my drawings. I use this pen every day. I do like an outline on my journal page, and if I draw something, if I feel like having an outline, I'll use this. This is permanent ink. Here's the refills, and it's just a fountain pen with a very fine point on it. I don't know if you can see that point on it, but I love these pens. And like I said, it's permanent ink, so you can draw and then you can do watercolor over it afterwards, and it's just a nice fine line that you get. There's another version that's on Amazon. This is the older version that I started out with. Pretty much the same thing, but these are really expensive. I don't know the difference between these two, but you can get both of them on Amazon. This one is much more affordable, so I would suggest doing that. But again, I use these every day and I love them. Then I ordered these. These are gray tint pens, and these are Derwent Graphics line markers, and there's 3 of them in a set, and they come in 3 different line widths, a 0.1, a 0.5, and a 0.3. And this is just if you don't want the quite bold look of black on your drawing, and sometimes you want like a softer look, so I bought the gray ones to use instead. Now, along the lines of writing media, I bought these charcoal water-soluble graphite shading sketching crayons, and they're a mess in the bag. The Lyra brand, they come 3 to a pack. I already gave one of them away, but this was when I was doing the Karen Campbell class, and I was doing a lot of sketching and drawing with pencil and things like that. So I wanted to buy these to do some shading with, and they work really nice. Next, I bought this Speedball Pen because I want to start trying to use acrylic ink and just for drawing and sketching. So I bought this pen, which is just a holder with a bunch of different nibs that you can add to it. And then I bought acrylic ink that you would just dip the pen into and draw with or write with or something like that. So I got the white. I think I actually got this in like a sketch box or Art Snacks or something like that. But I ordered the black, and it's the same thing. It's just in one of these little bottles with a stopper, a little stopper on the top. And then I ordered this set of all these colors because I like anything that's beachy. So these are aqua colors. And it's a set of 6 different like watercolors, blues and greens. Haven't used them yet, but you know, just anything that's beachy or ocean colors or something like that, I'm a sucker for. So I bought all these. So I think those will be really pretty and fun to use. then along the lines of that, I bought some other inks, some drawing inks, which I also haven't opened. I'll try these with my my Speedball pen and see how these work. 8 different colors, Winsor and Newton, and I just thought it might be fun to try out drawing some stuff using different kinds of inks in different colors. So I'm looking forward to trying these out and playing with them. Also bought some fountain pen ink, two bottles of the same color. I journal every day in my in a regular 8.5 by 11 size journal, and just words. I also do a drawing journal that I do, but in my writing journal, I use Pilot Custom 74 fountain pen, and I use this Diatramentis Alexander Hamilton ink. It's a really pretty shade of purple, and purple is one of my favorite colors. And I go through a bottle of this every couple months. I fill my fountain pen, and it's good for about 2 days worth of writing because I write a lot. So I use this fountain pen ink, and Goulet Pens was having a free shipping sale going on, so I bought 2 bottles of it. I also have a bunch of other colors of fountain pen ink, but they're not anything new that I bought recently, so I didn't dig them out to show you. Next is brushes. So I bought these water brushes because I'll show you in a little bit. I'm planning a trip later this summer where I'm going to be doing some urban sketching, plein air sketching, and I wanted some portable supplies to take with me. So I got this set of Zig water brushes, and they're 4 different nibs, and I'm especially interested in this fine nib for some fine detail and stuff like that. Don't know how much I'll use this flat one, but you never know. It might be nice to have. So I'm looking forward to using these as well. And then a few friends of mine gave me an Amazon gift card. And so I went and I bought these silver black velvet brushes. And I love these brushes. I've used these before for watercolor and had forgotten how much I like them because I've been using some other kind of no-name brand watercolor brushes. But look at that point on that brush. I used it yesterday for a drawing, and it was this is a number 8. I believe. Yeah, this is a number 8. And I was able to get into the teeny tiniest little spot using it. So this is a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Starts with a 0. These are all glued down. So, but it's like a 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 or something like that. All on Amazon. And again, these are one of my favorite watercolor brushes to use. Something else that I bought to experiment with, it was another class that I was taking, is Brusho. I had never used this before. This is a pack of 12 colors because I have full set syndrome, although this is by no means all the colors of Brusho that you can get. But this is just a little powder, and a little goes a long way, that you sprinkle on wet media, and then it'll spread and make a pretty watercolory looking effect. You can see on here what it'll do, and it's just little granules of color. And like I said, a little goes a long way, and they have a lot of different colors. But I just bought this set of 12, and it was really fun to play with. I'm looking forward to doing some more work with that. Now, something that I'm really looking forward to using is, this is from Art Toolkit, and this is what they call their Art Toolkit. This is the A5 size, and it's just a binder that you store all these supplies in for urban sketching, plein air sketching, whatever you want to do. So I bought this recently for a trip that I'm taking later this summer, where I'm going to be up in Asheville, and we're going to be out in, up in the mountains, out in the wild air, sketching and drawing and painting and things like that. So I wanted a portable kit to take with me. This comes with everything in here that you see, except the palette that I have in here. They do I'll show you this in a minute. They do come with a palette, but a smaller size than what I have here. So it comes with a water brush. It comes with a black fine liner pen. Comes with a pencil, a little ruler, some clips, a little spray bottle, and a dropper. And then it also, you can customize it. It'll come with a Moleskine book, and I bought this one in the landscapes orientation, and you can also get a smaller one if you get the smaller version of this book. Now, the palette that I bought, they sell several sizes, and I'll show you some of the different sizes. These are two of ones that I had previously bought, and you can get these to come with this toolkit. And this is the size of a credit card, and these are the full-size pans, and you can you just put your watercolor in here, and look how compact that is, and light and easy to carry. And then you can also get the same size with smaller pans if you want more colors in there, which I tend to prefer. But because I'm a full set syndrome person, I had to get the Big Mama, and this one is their largest palette, and it'll hold 60 of their small pans. You can see that this has been used a lot. So I bought this one, and these are all Daniel Smith watercolors that I put in here. And I really don't have any problems using it. You can see like a little bit of carryover of paint colors in some of them, but it's really not a problem when you're using it that you end up sticking your brush in the color next to it or anything like that. I recently used this at a retreat I went to, and it worked out really well. I was very happy to have it. It's a nice portable solution for on-the-go travel and painting. So I highly recommend this company. It's arttoolkit.com. And again, I'll link it at the bottom. Now, something else that I bought from them, this was separate, was this little portable water cup. Isn't that just the cutest thing ever? I thought that was so fun, so I had to buy that too. And it just collapses, and you know, you can empty it out and then take it home with you and do whatever you need to do. So there's that. Now let's go to watercolors. Watercolor is my medium. That's what I tend to use the most. So I'm always searching for the next best thing. And Daniel Smith is the watercolor that I use the most, although I do branch out every now and then and try something different. So I saw these. I got one order of them on Jet Pens and one from Amazon. And it's called Japanesque Color. And they're basically, they remind me of the Graphite. It's color with graphite in it. So this set is the shadow black, and each one of these colors have like a little bit of shadowing in them that you can use when you're painting. So there's pink, yellow, green, blue, purple, and vermilion, and they all have like a shadow hue to them. So those are really cool and fun to use. And then there's another set that is shadow. This is shadow black, and this is shadow black MEI. I don't know what the difference is, but these are a little bit different colors: reddish black, yellowish black, greenish black, bluish black, purplish black, and brownish black. So again, heavily tinted colors, but with a little bit of, you know, some red, yellow, green, blue, stuff like that in there. And they're just a different option to use when you're painting, kind of fun to use. Then I bought these Derwent watercolors, if that's what you want to call them. This is the Graphite Paint Pan Pocket Set. And these are similar to the Graphite pencils, but it's paint. So there's 12 in a set. And I swatched them out here, and again, they're just a different option that you can use when you're getting ready to paint and you're looking for some different effects to have. So those are really fun to use. This set is the Shade and Tone Mixed Media set. I guess you could use this for skin tones. I think it's a little bit dark, but it's obviously for shading or for tones of different types of objects that you're painting, it's something that you can do. Again, a set of 12, which includes white and black. But yeah, just something fun and different to try. Excuse me. I also bought the Derwent Inktense paints. Set of 24, I believe, and swatched them out myself. These are beautiful colors. I really like these colors, this kiwi and poppy red and things like that. So this is a fun set to use. And if you're familiar with the Inktense, it's actually ink that dries and is permanent. You can't move it around after it dries. So again, as with the other things, it's just a little bit different effect that you can get when you use this. Something else that I ordered, this was another class that I was taking on color theory, was the Mission MIJELLO watercolors, and this is a set of 36. It comes with the tubes. Little 5 milliliter, these might be, yeah, these are 7 milliliter tubes of 36 different colors, and it also comes with the palette that I'll show you here in a second. Right here it's a plastic palette, and it just comes, you know, so you can put all your colors in here, and then there's this mixing area up here, and also obviously right here. Very pretty colors. Nice paint. I like it. I haven't used it a whole lot, but I have used it some, and I really don't have any complaints with it. I just don't always think to get this palette out when I'm getting ready to do some painting, but I do like this set. Then a friend of mine sent me as a gift, she sent me the Schmincke Super Granulating watercolors. These are really cool. I really like these. She sent me the Deep Sea, and I believe she sent me the Glacier ones as well. So these are Schmincke colors, but they're super granulating. So you can see the effect that they create with the different colors and the different types of pigments and things that are in there. I swatched these two sets out. This is the Deep Sea, and this is the Glacier set, and I put them in this palette, which I also bought on Amazon. I really like the cover on it. And so this is the Deep Sea and the Glacier set. Really pretty colors, and just, you know, look at the effects that you can get with these. Just something really fun to try and something different. But of course, with full set syndrome, I had to have all of them. I couldn't find all of them in these little 7 milliliters or 5 milliliter sets. So I bought what I could find, which was all of them, in quarter pans. So this is the Shire set. I don't know what the different names mean, but it's mostly some greens and some yellowish green, a little bluish green, and a Shire gray. No, whatever. This is the Volcano set. Some really pretty fire type colors that are in this set. Tundra. Desert. I think I got these all on Etsy. These small sets like this, I think I got them on Etsy from a couple different sellers. And this is Forest, which doesn't want to open. Real pretty greens. And then there's two more sets that came in a different format. This is Galaxy. And these are the quarter pans as well, I believe. Yeah, these are the quarter pans. It's the Galaxy set. And one other set. This is Haze. Again, quarter pans. Okay, so that is that. We're almost done here, coming into the final stretch. The last couple things that I've bought, reaching to get these. I got these for Christmas from my daughters. These are the Derwent Inktense blocks, and just like the pencils and the paint, these are they're blocks, but they're blocks of ink. So once again, once you put them down and they dry, they're permanent. Got the set of 72, beautiful colors. There's all the different colors that they come with, the 72. And I think I swatched them out. Yeah, I did. So that's a beautiful set. Haven't used these a whole lot, but I do enjoy using them. And all I do when I use them is I just take a wet brush to the stick itself and use it that way. I guess you could lay the color down like that if you know, like a marker or something like that, but I prefer to just take a wet brush to it. And then there's another layer of colors below here. So there you have it. Very cool colors. And just another type of medium to use if you're looking for something different to do. And then last but not least, again for a class that I was taking, I ordered, where are they? Right here. I ordered the Dosh Neocolor 2. I have the Lyra watercolor crayons and I like them. But this class I was taking called out the Dosh specifically, and not one to be left out. I went ahead and bought this set. It's got the 84 colors, and they're just a watercolor crayon. And Dosh is a wonderful brand, high quality. So here's all the colors swatched out. And again, you can use these like a crayon and go over something and color it like that. Or what I might do is take a watercolor brush, a wet watercolor brush, and just lift some color off the tip of it and then lay it down on whatever I'm working on. A little pricey, but well worth the price. They're very high quality. So let me look at my list. I think that's everything that I've bought over the last couple months. And again, you won't be seeing purchases like this from me, you know, every month. I don't have that kind of money that I can be buying several hundreds of dollars worth of art supplies every month. And also, I feel like I own it all. I've watched a lot of haul videos lately and don't see a lot of stuff that I don't already own. I do own, you know, the Prismacolor colored pencils. I don't feel a need to go and buy every other brand of colored pencils. I love my Daniel Smith watercolors. I don't feel a need to go and buy every other brand of watercolors, although I will say I do have a lot of different brands, but I do tend to gravitate back to my Daniel Smith watercolors. So that's about all I have for the haul. Like I mentioned at the beginning, it's been a very long time, several years since I've done any type of videos on my channel. I do still do my my daily journal. This is it. And for those of you that have been on my page, you know that this is what I do in my journal. I draw something every day and I write. I will do a flip through sometime soon of what I've got so far. And then maybe I'll do an updated video of my watercolor collection too. That's about all I can think of that anybody might want to see. So with that, go ahead and hit the like button if you like the content of this video. And it's good to be back on YouTube. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be seeing you around.